Well, hey folks, how's it all going? And oh man, can you guess? Can you guess which were the first couple mods to the Masterbuilt 560? Yeah, I decided to paint. Folks, I'm going to show you how I did paint. And if you're looking at that temp gauge, I decided I wanted something with numbers. So I'll tell you what, keep on watching. I'll show you how I did both those. There's actually a third mod, which is more practical. Like this doesn't affect the way this thing cooks. This is just personalizing, making it look cool in my opinion. One of the things that I talked about in one of my last videos is that I was having problems getting this to cool down. So I had learned a hack from one of these Facebook pages. If you go to just search on Facebook for Masterbuilt grill owners, Masterbuilt 560 grill owners, or a Gravity series, and you'll see a lot of them are using tin foil. And so you can see that worked really nice, and it just sits right on there and it makes a perfect seal. And I just doubled it, actually tripled up on some aluminum foil, and that works great. So easy enough one for you to do, folks. It'll give you a good seal, and like I said, it doesn't take any time to do. I'll tell you what, keep on watching to show you how we did the rest of the mods. All right, there's the top from the lid from the Masterbuilt. Obviously we're going to be painting this, and you saw that we painted it this Ford blue, and this is some high heat, withstands up to 500 degrees. This is for engine blocks, so it should work for this. The other day when I had this up to 700 degrees, I was taking temps of this, and this wasn't even getting close. Remember, this is double wall, so this wasn't even getting close to 200. So you could really use normal spray paint is good up to, oh, I think it's up to 200. So I mean, I wanted to go a little bit further. So one of the first things I did, folks, is I want to replace the temp probe that comes with the Masterbuilt. It has no numbers on it. And I know why Masterbuilt did that, because they don't want there to be confusion between this and what it says on the controller, and people call and say, hey, how come this thing doesn't say the same as the controller? I get it, but I want something with numbers on. Where they put the temp probe that goes to the controller is at the perfect spot in the scroll. They put it at the same level as the cast iron grate, which is perfect. But I just want to update and put that in there. In order to do that, your thickness of threads are different. So the outside diameter hole was big enough, but the inside, the double wall, wasn't. So I just had to grind that out in order to make that the same. I tell you what, people are going to ask, how did I get the lid off? Let's go take a look at that. All right, getting the lid off is easy. There's just two Allen head bolts that you got to take off there, and there's not even any nuts. That's what's nice about this Masterbuilt. One there, and then the other one's a little tricky, so you got to use the Allen wrench. You see that? I think that's metric. It's like a number 8. And what I did was I just loosened up my heat shield, didn't take it off, just so this would pop open. That way I could get that Allen wrench in between and my hands in there, get it loosened up enough so then I could just put my fingers and unscrew it. So super simple to do, folks. Let's get the prepping. All right, folks. Obviously, you just can't paint this. It's shiny, so you want to rough it up. And I'm going to use a random morbid sander with some 220 grit. I am not going to do anything with the handles. That's why I took the handles off. And I'm not going to do anything with this. In fact, I'm going to use that lip there, and that's how I'm going to very carefully tape that edge there before I paint it. So let's get to doing a little sanding. All we're looking to do here, I'm not looking to take the paint off. Use that as my primer, but obviously I don't want it to be shiny. I want to get it dulled up enough so the new paint will stick. So super simple to do. All right, that's all you're looking to do is sand it and get it so it's not so glossy anymore. Get it nice and not rough, but you want to get everything off the surface so the paint can stick. And that looks just about fine now. I'm gonna very carefully do some taping. All right, folks, are all taped up and ready to paint. I did take a clean cloth and some paint thinner and just wiped it down real quick to get any debris off there or any grease from my hands or anything. Just want to make sure this is ready to go. All right, folks, first coat, probably going to give it a total of 3 light coats. I'll give you a look-see when it's done. You don't need to see me spray painting. Well, I told you I'd show you once it got all together, and there it is. Folks, obviously I don't paint cars for a living, but I tell you what, I really like the way that looks. Baby blue is what we're going to call her, and it's just a tad darker than the Weber Q over there, and obviously a little lighter than the Miller Lite one, but like it a lot. So I hope you enjoyed this, folks. Like I said, not necessary. This is just something I decided to do. My grill, my choice. Thumbs up, leave a comment, and as always, folks, appreciate you watching. Thank you.